I'm going to share with you one of the most powerful videos I've ever seen, and it couldn't have come at a more opportune time as we are literally days away from the biggest moment in American history in the past 160 years. I beg you, please tap the thumbs up and share this with everybody. Watch this.
Sunday night, I asked her to not stay up super late because of her coming to work with me in the morning first to do her summer school. She said, okay. I told her good night and I love you. I went to bed, not realizing that that was going to be the last time I saw her.
We're best friends.
Yeah. We're going to shake it again.
I woke up to notice she wasn't in her bed. I'm in my heart trying not to lose my mind because I don't know where she is. I finally remembered her phone had a location on, and her phone was pinging just 2 minutes down the road, right behind the skate park. I start driving to the direction the phone was being pinged at, and I see a couple cop cars with lights on. I see yellow tape. And immediately my heart drops and sinks to the bottom of my stomach. My daughter's hands and ankles were both bound. She was strangled to death, left with no pants. And I know in my heart, she fought incredibly hard. She was not going down without a fight.
We begin with two men we're learning are charged with capital murder tonight, accused of killing a 12-year-old girl.
Police say these men strangled her before dumping her into that creek. Both men were in the country illegally.
Apprehended, then released by Border Patrol less than 3 weeks before Jocelyn's death. The men accused of killing Jocelyn Nungare are affiliated with the gang known for brutal violence.
Kamala Harris was in charge of immigration in our borders. If we had better border policies and not open borders and not these catch and release policies, I truly believe this all could have been prevented. Under her being vice president of this country, my daughter's life was ripped away from her. She had her entire life ahead of her.
Happy birthday, dear Jocelyn.
My daughter is 6 feet in the ground based off of policies that she allowed to keep. Kamala Harris did have one job, and she not only failed, not me, she failed my daughter, she failed Jocelyn. You know, she was only 12. President Trump reached out, gave me his sincerest condolences as not a former president, but just as a father, someone who cares. I believe Donald Trump needs to be back in office. I can at least know that my next child will be safe in this country.
As a father, as a husband, that video really hits home on so many levels. Unimaginable pain and agony. The worst hell that any human being can experience, something like that happening to their child. It's one thing because, you know, I go through tons of data and research every single day. You know, when you see these statistics and these numbers, the chart, you know, that Trump showed that saved his life, it's a whole different kind of perspective when you actually put a face to the numerics and you actually put a human being behind those statistics. It opens up a whole new level of understanding, and it hits home in a whole new powerful way. She had one job as vice president, and she failed abysmally. Not sort of half and half, or she didn't do a good job, or she did a poor job, but she failed so badly. We have the worst border crisis in the history of our country. Now she wants a promotion, like the perfect personification of a DEI hire. By the way, this is of Biden's own admission. Biden said this. You can go and check the whitehouse.gov website. He said specifically, I wanted Vice President Kamala Harris. I picked a DEI hire so I could have somebody who's diverse in my whatever administration. And on top of all that, she doesn't even have the sack to apologize. Listen to this.
It's the early days. So do you owe them an apology is what I'm saying.
I will tell you that I am so sorry for her loss. I am so sorry for her loss. Sincerely. But let's talk about what is happening right now with an individual who does not want to participate in solutions.
She says she's sorry for her loss, but she doesn't apologize directly to Jocelyn Ungare's family. And just recently, she went down to Houston, where Jocelyn Ungare was brutally unalived by TDA, Tren de Aragua, gang members. And instead of going to see the family and paying respect, she goes and parties with Beyonce. And then to add insult to injury, this abominable cretin, Kamala Harris, actually placed this billboard. I'm going to show for you the post that the Border Patrol Union, who has endorsed Trump, by the way, the actual people who are at the border every single day fighting the good fight, putting their lives on the line to keep our border and our country safe. I'm going to show you the post that they actually did. This was first discovered by Bill Malugin last week. These billboards have started to go up in Texas, which reads, "Your brother in immigration custody has rights. We're here to help." This makes me so angry, you have no idea. It should make you angry too. The ads are for the DHS OIDO, Office of the Immigration Detention Ombudsman. This office was established by Congress in 2019 and was stood up in 2021 to independently examine immigration detention to promote safe, humane conditions. Multiple DHS contacts that Bill Malugin talked to, including ICE and Border Patrol, are outraged, as am I. I agree with them. Telling Bill Malugin their agency are already working with limited funding and resources, and DHS is spending money on billboards that they feel work against them. One ICE contact said, quote, "They're more than insulting." A Border Patrol agent told Bill Malugin, quote, "This is so wrong." Can you imagine how much tax-paying dollars is being sent? Can you imagine how much taxpayer money is being spent on these billboards and how many have been paid for? How many states are these billboards in? Border Patrol Union posted this on X saying this DHS billboard, supported by Border Czar Harris, you can read, will only encourage and incentivize illegal immigration and the abuse of the asylum system to continue. This leads to record numbers of illegal aliens pouring across the border into our communities with little to no vetting. They continue, President Trump will stop the invasion. My fellow Americans, not only is she not sorry, not only does she never take accountability for the worst job ever, as the worst vice president ever, as the worst individual ever put in charge of any entity in American history, namely the border, but she's actually advocating and incentivizing more to come into our country. We've already had 18 million plus, and they're shipping them, transporting them to all these swing states. This is all by design, all by orchestration. She's so abominable. She's so vile and evil. Please, I beg you, make this video go viral. Nez, how do we do that? Comment, watch the entire video, share this with everybody you know. These are all facts. People are losing their lives, their family, their children, their entire reality thrown upside down. We need to get this video everywhere. Tap the thumbs up. It costs you nothing to do any of these things. I'm not asking you to donate. I'm not asking anything like that. I'm just asking you to tap that thumbs up, share it, watch the entire video, leave a comment. It's not for me. Do it for Jocelyn Ungare. Do it for the thousands of other Americans, Laken Riley, namely one of them, but thousands more have been affected by this. And our country, our sanctity, our actual rule of law, our Border Patrol agents, the law enforcement who have been allotted our permission to protect us, putting their life on the line. Do it for your kids. Do it for your grandkids. Tap the thumbs up. Share this with everybody. Leave me a comment, not just because I want this to go viral, but because I really want to hear from you. We need this. We have 7 days left, y'all. 7 days. Everybody needs to know what this person is doing, what this cretin who wants to be our next chief commander in chief. Everybody needs to understand what's happening, because you're not going to see this on the corrupt, fake, woke mafia media that is constantly calling our guy Hitler a threat to democracy. This is not only a threat to democracy, this should be the crime that should be prosecuted. She should spend the rest of her life in jail for jeopardizing millions of Americans and the actual ethos and credibility of our great nation. So please, do what you need to do. Do it now. Vote. More important than liking and commenting, vote like your kids and your grandkids' lives depend on it. You may have heard that a bunch of times, but it's never had more profound, impactful meaning than it does now. Check out these videos coming up on the screen right here, especially if you missed these. Tap my face right there to subscribe and follow. It's absolutely free. Sign up for our free newsletter. That's in the pinned comment, show notes, and description. And as always, may God bless you, and may God bless America. I'll see you soon.